What's up, YouTube? Isn't it crazy how like we live in a world where like money controls us and shit. I've talked about this a lot. A lot of people talk about this a lot. It's not a no-brainer, but like it's crazy. You really can't do like money controls our free will. It does. I mean, as human beings, we don't have free will from a spiritual perspective and from a physical perspective as well, because we can't fucking fly. We can't fucking do some other shit. Because and we can't. This is why the human body needs rest. This is why the human body has bruises and shit. The human body gets sore. We don't have free will physically and spiritually because spiritually, human beings were put into bullshit, fucked up situations that's out of our control, right? Some people were born into toxic families. Some people were born into people were born with like physical disabilities and shit like that. People were born into like or not with their lifestyles. People attract certain situations in life, and it fucks them up in the long run. So we do have free will, but not only to a certain extent. Spiritually and physically, we lack free will in those things. But money also controls our free will too. You can't travel around the world. You can't meet the types of people you want to meet. You can't work at a certain job, or like you can't live the type of lifestyle you want to live without money. Depending how much money you make, the more freedom you have. People who make a lot of money, they tend to have more freedom than the average person. But even then, people say more money, more problems, right? That's how this realm is this how this realm, this fucking world is based on. It's based on problems and conflicts. It's how God or spirit or how this realm is set up, right? It's how they set it up. But like for example, I don't know too much about stocks and cryptocurrency, but and trades. So like supposedly you pretty much trade the money you have right now and you invest into your stocks or you make trades and shit and then it's kind of like a gamble. And once you do it, some people get a lot of money in return or they lose their money. And it's kind of like gambling in a way, but just the fact that people make they have a good chance of making a lot of money and they have a chance of losing their money, not getting it back. It shows that fucking money. It's a bullshit game. It's the government. They print out so much money, so why can't they print out a lot of money for everyone to where they have a lot of freedom to do what they want to do? They can't do that shit without being a slave or working at a job they don't want to fucking be in and being overworked and underpaid. Most people can't live. Most people can't live on their own. Most people gotta live with their parents. Some people gotta live. People gotta join like military. Some people gotta fucking like just to do some shit where like they can't live independently. Some people live with their friends, like or you have like friends split into groups and they each pay like the housing bills and shit like that. But you can't really. One person can't buy his own house. One person can't have his own car. Can't have his own fucking pets or his own fucking electronics and all those other memberships around at a young age. They can't do that shit because money controls you. And in order for you to get those things, you have to work at a bullshit job you don't want to be in, or even do love what you do. You still have to do a lot of shit in order for you to make money because people are the reasons why businesses blossom. They're the reason why businesses skyrocket. Even with these artists, people buy their music. They still got to overwork. They still got to outwork themselves. They still got to burn out because it deals with the money system. So money controls our free will and shit. I'm not saying money is a bad thing or a good thing. But what I am saying is there's a huge imbalance within the money system. That's a fucking problem. There's why a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are miserable because of money. Because they don't have, if they're making less money, they don't have the opportunities to explore life or live life the way they want to live. I understand you gotta follow your purpose. You gotta do what you love at the moment, and everything will follow through. But even then, it takes time to do that. Versus you have a lot of money, then it'd be a lot easier, or at least a lot smoother. But it depends, because it depends on your soul mission, your soul purpose, yada yada, right? All this spiritual shit, right? But I'm just saying, like, man, it's a huge imbalance. But this is why I hate this. I hate this world so much. It's annoying because it's like everything is controlled. Like, you can't really do anything. Shit. If you want to heal the human body, it's a long process to heal your traumas and your wounds. This is why we have a lot of Mercury retrogrades. This is why we have a lot of astrological influences. This is why we have full moon cycles. Why do you think? Why the fuck do we have Mercury retrogrades every fucking month and these same past wounds show up? These tarot readers always talk about same wounds, same past stupid ass exes that ain't shit always pop up back to the surface, or memories that causes a lot of harm always come back to the surface every fucking year, every month and shit because of these Mercury retrogrades and these full moon cycles. Because it's a long process for the human body because the human body is so weak, the human body is so fragile, and like I said earlier in this video, the human body don't have as much free will. This is why like it takes so long to just heal blockages, release blockages, and to heal all this other bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Why 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 do you think fat people who are obese have a hard time losing weight? Because the human body is so weak. It takes time to do that. It takes time to build muscle. It takes time to jump higher. It takes time to lose weight. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? So like the fuck. It's no different. It's the same thing with money. Like the government, they have all this free access to money and shit. Even though money has no real value, people give it value, or the government give it value and shit like that. But it controls our free will and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they limit how much money people will make. And we're in 2023. We still have homeless people. We still have people who live in third world countries. We still have poverty and just shit like that. So it makes no fucking sense. All this money and the government or all the people, they can't find a way to make their own system to make this society or world a better place. I've heard Africa is make. I've heard that Africa is making its own system, which is good. I don't know too much about it, but at least that's good. But you know, we got so much potential. But I don't know, man. It's just according to I don't know too much about it. According to conspiracy theories, the governments and powers and shit like that, like they hoard a lot of money. They have a lot of like secret information when it comes to like technology, advanced housings and shit like that, right? And I personally believe in that shit because look how shitty this world is. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to have more advanced technology other than this lame ass shit, right? I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. I am thankful, but I feel like we have a lot better technology out there and information. You know what I'm saying? But just when people say, "Oh, there's UFO reported and sightings," it could be the government technology that's very advanced. You know what I'm saying? This is why there's always a lot of like. This is why the weather is always controlled. Like this is why it's always raining at a fucking summer or like it's always raining at a random day at a fucking weekend. You know what I'm saying? No, but I will go more into detail, but I'm gonna make it short. As human beings, we have like a free will. The human body is so fragile; it's weak. It has an odor. Like if you don't take a shower in a couple of days, your body's gonna stink. Um, it's so easy for the human mind to develop a lot of psychological trauma because this is why you have a lot of babies or people who are born into dysfunctional families and they develop a lot of trauma and habits. There's a lot of human beings, including myself, everyone has bad addictions. And that shows how fragile and how weak the human mind and the human body is. You know what I'm saying? So it's bullshit. But that's all I'm gonna say. And like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace.